obviously you can be really lucky like Paul McCartney and you can just wake up one day and like, oh, I had this idea yesterday, all my trouble. I don't know where it came from, but it just, someone gave it to me, And, once in a while that happens, but you can't really depend on that for your career, and unless you're Paul McCartney, maybe that happens to him constantly. But I like to have a more methodical way of doing it. And to me, being aware of rhythms and notes is really helpful. For example, analyze songs and see what they're doing. For example, do you guys, if I say the and of three, do you know what I mean? Like if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, the and of three would be here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so what I did is I started thinking I found a bunch of songs that start on the end of 3. Most songs start on 1. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're right into it. But for example, Highway to Hell by AC/DC starts on the end of 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Or I'm sorry, wrong chord. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and all the accents are there. So is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony. 1 and 2 and 3 dun 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 dun. 1 and 2 and 3 and dun dun dun. So Beethoven does it. Angus Young does it, and that's just one beat. You could start on like Maybe I'm a Leo by Deep Purple, which is like 1 or let's see 1 2 3 4 1. 1 and that starts on the and of 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. So that can get you out of a rut. If you're always starting on 1, try to start on a different beat. Knowing a bunch of chords can really open up. I found this chord. So now I got to try to write some songs that have that chord in it. That'll just be a spark to get you started. But I think rhythm is really the key. One of my least favorite thing about a lot of modern rock is that it's your standard rock drum beat, and the guitar part goes chord, 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 then it changes. And it's like really, really, there's no imaginative rhythmic riffing going on. Like if you listen to Led Zeppelin, they've got so many cool. It's really like a funky, cool rhythm, and so just because that's my taste, I'm like trying to steer you in that direction. Try not to write songs that are only like. And everything's loud, and the snare drum only hits hard, and that's there's some great tunes like that, but there's too many of them, I think.